Welcome back to the world of Elle and her bestie Lee. More choices to make, more rules to break. Let's play a game of true or false. 1. Joey King and Joel Courtney had a feud.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually furious about it.
2. Jacob Elordi and Joey rekindled their flame.
I also think it's a good thing that we dated in the first place.
3. Joey friend-zoned Taylor Zakhar Perez for a very specific reason.
That's the point, Taylor. We think that's the truth.
Let's see how you scored. Off-screen rule 1. Never pretend to be BFFs. When it comes to Joey and Joel, we sometimes wonder if you can call their scenes work.
Like, truly every day with Joel was like belly last to the point where I'd be like, I'm gonna pee.
They really don't seem to be acting. They're just real besties, and the cameras are there by accident. What a tough job. Seriously though, these two's friendship proves that they're basically Elle and Lee in real life.
How do you feel about cupcakes?
I love cupcakes. It's like a cake, but it's in a little cup.
While many of us can only wish we had a friendship like theirs, it turns out it's a dream come true for Joey as well. You see, the actress was homeschooled, so she never got to experience high school life. Until the kissing booth, of course. Sure, it's a pretend world, but who cares? Her friendship with Joel definitely is the real deal.
I love that girl. We are really just like the best of friends.
Wait, and let's rewind quickly. Did you see the gorgeous brunette in the background of Joel's interview? She's his wife, Mia Skolink. Last year, the 24-year-old Courtney married his longtime love. It looks like none of his co-stars were invited to the wedding. Honestly though, it's not that weird, because it was a socially distanced event after all. But while they were honeymooning, Joel was making headlines. Rumors of a feud with Joey King, some reports read. Fans got suspicious after some co-stars congratulated Courtney on Instagram, but not Joey. Listen, it's probably time paranoid fans stopped stalking celebs' social media so much. Joey and Joel are clearly not fighting, so rumor denied.
I'm shook. I am shook.
Are you shook? Are you?
Call me an earthquake.
Because I am shook.
Now, in the movies, Elle Evans had some trouble with one rule in particular when she started dating Noah Flynn. Rule number 9. Relatives of your best friend are off limits. And since in real life there are no rules about co-stars being off limits, well, you all know Joey and Jacob Elordi's on-screen romance later became more than just pretend. But this eventually led to an awkward breakup. Off-screen rule 2. Pretend to be in love with your ex. Running into your ex post-breakup is rarely fun, but having to act like you're still an item after you've called it quits? Now that's true dedication. As far as breakups go, it wasn't easy. Joey admitted she coped by just shutting off her phone and watching Friends in bed with her sister. Because when you're going through something and the world wants to go through it with you, it's really difficult. Dating in the public eye is never easy, and maybe this was one of the reasons for their split.
I think initially it really bothered me. Just even the fact that somebody could be someone that you don't know knows your name is quite like disembodying.
So, the young stars had to navigate their personal hurt with the added pressure of the whole world watching and speculating. But King and Elordi finished filming Kissing Booth 2 and 3, and it seems like they're managing just fine. Joey seems to be pretty mature about it.
I also think it's a good thing that we dated in the first place.
And although it certainly wasn't easy to keep filming romantic scenes with her ex,
Regardless of the experience, Elle Evans always needs her Noah Flynn, is how I like to put it. And I think that no matter the circumstances, I was willing to have that experience happen because you can't have an Elle without a Noah, you know?
So let's give these two credit where they're due, because both handled an awkward situation like pros. On his end, Jacob has moved on since their breakup. He was first romantically linked to another co-star, the Emmy-winning actor Zendaya. The two met on the set of Euphoria, but their flame didn't last. Currently, he's rumored to be dating the model, Kaya Gerber, the supermodel Cindy Crawford's daughter. Long after Jacob and Joey split, though, one camp of fans are still hoping they'll rekindle their flame. But if you listen to Joey, there's really no chances of that happening.
We dated for a minute, and now we're completely separate people with completely separate careers.
On the other end, there's a huge camp who's shipping Joey and another co-star. You guessed it, it's Taylor Zakhar Perez. Off-screen rule 3. Don't make the same mistake twice. You can often see Taylor and Joey flirting with each other in IG comments. They also spend loads of time together and look really comfortable in each other's company.
We were kind of quarantine buddies, so I would see her all the time. We lived like 5 minutes away from each other, just happenstance. We know what our relationship is, like we love each other dearly.
As you can see, Taylor has addressed their dating rumors on many occasions. But to be honest, we're not always sure he makes such a convincing case for them not being an item.
You know, it's like, hey, I would love to be dating Joey King.
That said, we hate to break it to you, but Taylor and Joey are just friends. Amazing friends with great chemistry at that. But still, just friends. For now, in any case. You see, after her split from Jacob, Joey emerged with new knowledge.
I think that it's awesome to date somebody who's in your field, who gets it, but doing the same exact thing as somebody is tough. It's really tough.
So Joey made a new rule for herself.
Would you ever date another actor again on let you meet in a movie?
No, I couldn't.
New rule. Never date your co-star. So, the big question is, if Taylor wasn't her co-star in this movie, would he be the Luigi to her Mario? They certainly have chemistry, but for now, it's not to be. Just like the ending of every teen romance ever, Joey is moving on, and it's not with Taylor.
I've, publicly gone through some things, privately gone through some things, and it can be brutal, but, also happy endings do come to those who are, patient.
She met her current boyfriend, Steve Piet, on the set of The Act. The couple went public with their romance 2 years ago, and they still seem happy together. This leads us to the next question. Who is Taylor dating these days? Well, the short answer is, we're not really sure. He's so secretive about his personal life that it's really hard to tell. He was rumored to be in a relationship with his Kissing Booth co-star, Maisie Richardson Sellers. But this turned out to be untrue, as Maisie is dating the LA soul singer, Clay. As far as we know, Taylor is flying solo for now. But when he starts dating, it's bound to be with someone he considers a close friend.
I'm a huge proponent of dating your friend and someone that you know and that you trust, and because that's where it all starts, right?
So, now that we've reached the end of the trilogy, we must bid our favorite characters farewell. But that doesn't mean we can't follow the cast's careers. Where will life lead them next? Our leading lady Joey admitted that she has now closed a big chapter in her life. You see, she started on the Kissing Booth movies when she was 17 and is now 22. So, it's not surprising that she grew alongside her character, Elle. I went through a lot of important life moments in her shoes. But all good things come to an end and pave the way for even greater things. You can catch King in The Act, a true crime drama TV series where she plays a young woman convicted of killing her mother. For her role as Gypsy, she received a nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a limited series. One of her next leading roles is in The Princess, and she will be executive producing it. The plot is still under wraps, but it's set to be an epic action movie, and Joey has begun stunt training in Bulgaria. This is the hardest I've ever worked. I'm the tiredest I've ever been, and we haven't even fully started shooting yet, she told Birdie. She's not the only one who's been keeping busy. Understandably, Joel Courtney has been enjoying married life with his beautiful wife. But that didn't stop him from working hard. Joel is currently in production on the upcoming Netflix rom-com Players alongside Damon Wayans Jr. and Gina Rodriguez. In addition, he's been set to star in a film titled Pinball, The Man Who Saved the Game. It's a dramatic comedy based on the true story of writer and pinball wizard Roger Sharp. Of course, we're also wondering where to catch another handsome star next. Before becoming Marco, Taylor Zakhar Perez juggled many balls, auditioning furiously while completing degrees in history and Spanish. As a self-made actor, The Kissing Booth was really his big break. I'm 29 and I was able to do Kissing Booth 2 and 3, and I'm so grateful for it, and for that young adult fandom. And so I'm really looking forward to making a little bit of a jump to the next age bracket and doing more adult, real-world stuff. You can catch him in Paul Feig's new series for HBO, Minx, alongside Jake Johnson. Lastly, everyone wants to know Jacob Elordi's plans. Well, like King, the Australian actor also decided to branch out into a more serious role with his outstanding performance in the teen drama series Euphoria. He called his character Nate Jacobs an emotional terrorist, and the way he played this role shows his wide range in talent. He's since signed on as the lead in Parallel, a film described as an action thriller with a grounded sci-fi conceit and an intense love story. No doubt many fans can't wait to see this handsome actor in his new roles. Unfortunately for many hopeful fans, The Kissing Booth 3 appears to be the final installment in the franchise. Jacob revealed that it was really the last kiss for him and the franchise. So that's a wrap for today. But if you enjoyed this video, remember rule number 21. If you see something awesome, show your best friend. Want to know more about the Kissing Booth cast? Then check out our other video about the Kissing Booth backstage. And don't forget to stay awesome.